Have you noticed how a harmless sound or surprise can flood you with fear long after an injury has healed, as if your body can't tell safety from danger anymore?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, and today we're examining how past injury and trauma can rewrite your stress circuits, and what you can do to reset them so you aren't living on constant high alert.
I'm Alara Sky. The core idea is straightforward. Old injuries don't just leave physical scars. They prime your nervous system. Your stress hormones and specific nerve sensors begin treating safe cues as threats. That's why everyday situations can feel magnified, and it's why anxiety and chronic pain can persist even when there's no immediate danger.
A recent current biology study shows this clearly. Mice with a prior injury were exposed to a predator scent. Compared to healthy mice, the previously injured group froze much longer and developed long-lasting pain sensitivity, even in an uninjured paw, and that hypersensitivity persisted for over 6 months. In human terms, that suggests years of heightened reactivity, long after tissues appear healed.
Hormones and sensors kept that fear locked in. Injured mice had a surge of corticosterone, the rodent equivalent of cortisol. When researchers blocked corticosterone production, the exaggerated freezing diminished and pain sensitivity eased. They also identified the so-called wasabi sensor. When it was blocked, the extreme freezing stopped and hormone surges normalized. Notably, shutting down this sensor curbed fear but didn't eliminate prolonged pain, underscoring that fear and pain ride on overlapping but distinct pathways.
Human data point to the same theme. In a communications biology study of trauma-exposed adults and healthy controls, some trauma-exposed participants developed PTSD, anxiety, or depression, while others stayed symptom-free. Those with exposure tended to overgeneralize fear, struggling to distinguish safe from unsafe cues during learning tasks, treating neutral signals as if they were dangerous.
2 brain networks stood out. The salience network flags potential threats. The executive control network helps you evaluate and regulate responses. Trauma-exposed participants showed less adaptation in these networks over time, staying keyed up instead of settling down. By contrast, those who were resilient engaged the right executive control network more effectively, using it to fine-tune responses while maintaining enough salience to stay aware. Healthy controls gradually dialed activity down with repeated exposure. Those with disorders did not, remaining stuck in vigilance.
If you feel like your body is still on alert, this isn't imagined. It's a learned pattern embedded in hormones and circuits. Your first target is the fuel that keeps the engine revving: elevated stress hormones. Poor sleep and constant nighttime digital stimulation push cortisol higher. You're aiming to reduce those inputs and to consume enough healthy carbohydrates to help lower cortisol. Address your daily stress patterns directly and consider using natural progesterone, which has an anti-cortisol function.
Next is retraining your brain to tell safe from unsafe. Structured, safe exposure teaches your circuits to recalibrate. If loud sounds trigger you, begin with softer versions and work up gradually. Every successful session is a data point your nervous system uses to rewrite prediction errors, replacing broad fear with precise discrimination. Over time, you respond to what's truly threatening instead of bracing for everything.
Energy status matters. When cellular energy is low, stress pathways dominate. Eating enough carbohydrates, about 250 grams per day for most adults, supports mitochondrial function, so your brain stops confusing safety with danger. If your gut is compromised, start with fruit and white rice, then expand to other starches when tolerance improves. A well-fed nervous system is less likely to escalate benign stimuli into alarm.
Light and rhythm are powerful resets. Morning sunlight anchors your daily clock, flattens stress hormone spikes, and improves mitochondrial efficiency. Pair that with gentle movement outdoors, walking or easy stretching. Regular exposure at consistent times teaches your brain and body predictable cycles, which helps unwind hypervigilance and restores a calmer baseline.
Creatine strengthens this foundation. It's a key buffer that helps your brain regenerate ATP, the energy currency your cells depend on. Higher creatine in stress control regions has been linked to better recovery after trauma. You can obtain creatine from grass-fed red meat or from a high-quality creatine monohydrate supplement. If you're vegetarian or vegan, supplementing becomes even more important because plants don't provide creatine.
Nutrition quality supports resilience beyond calories. Reducing inflammatory triggers like vegetable oils and focusing on adequate carbohydrates improves metabolic stability and, by extension, the flexibility of your stress circuits. Combine that with consistent sleep, morning light, and graded exposure, and you're addressing both the hormonal gas pedal and the neural brakes.
You might wonder why some people develop PTSD while others don't after similar events. The emerging answer is network efficiency and adaptability. Resilient individuals don't feel less initially. They use executive control more effectively to refine responses, avoiding the drift into overgeneralization. That's exactly what careful exposure, stable energy intake, and circadian regularity train you to do.
You may also ask why fear and pain linger together. The animal data shows shared triggers, like stress hormones, but partially separate mechanisms. That means you often need a combined approach. Reduce cortisol drivers, rebuild energy, and practice exposure for fear learning, while allowing time for pain pathways to settle with the same foundational supports in place.
Here's your challenge. Over the next 7 days, anchor a 20 to 30-minute morning sunlight routine, power down screens 1 hour before bed, and set a clear daily carbohydrate target that fits the guidance we discussed. Pick one trigger you tend to avoid, such as a specific sound, and plan 3 graded exposures across the week, starting easy and stepping up only when you feel ready. If diet limits creatine intake, add a creatine monohydrate supplement or include grass-fed red meat. Track how your sleep, reactivity, and confidence shift. Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.